really nice and tall. And I wanted to share with you an article that I read. It's called Unlocking the Mind with Yoga and One Simple Breath. This is written by Eddie Stern, and Eddie Stern is an internationally known yoga teacher. I believe he has an Ashtanga studio in New York City. Anyway, there are a few things, like nuggets in this article, that I felt really kind of caught my attention. So I wanted to share this with you. So again, align your spine. Let's just relax the face. Shrug the shoulders up toward the ears, and then bring the shoulders and ears apart. Tips of the shoulder blades draw down the back. Yoga has been around in one form or another for about 10,000 years. Yoga poses the same central questions that philosophers ponder today. Who am I? What is the purpose of life? Why are we here? What is the universe made of? Is there a way out of suffering, pain, and sorrow? Is there such a thing as freedom? And perhaps more importantly, what is consciousness? The yogis thought that the starting place for these inquiries was not necessarily the mind, but the body. We have a mind because we have a body. So through moving and holding the body in very deliberate postures, yogis would access more subtle states of awareness by extending their attention to more subtle facets of the body-mind complex. In Sanskrit, these postures are called asanas. The verbal root as means to sit, and the word ana means breath. An asana then is the act of sitting with your breath. When you sit with your breath, you allow your awareness to move into the present moment. So an asana is too a seat of awareness. Each time we do an asana, we are moving our body, breath, and awareness into the same place at the same time. This is a type of union, which is one reason why the word yoga is translated as union. In those moments of awareness, it becomes apparent that awareness and body are connected. This is because awareness, an activity of the mind, and the body are one. They are on a continuum. During the activities of the day, the mind gets filled with our to-do list. When the mind is quiet and calm, it becomes aware that it is actually one with the rest of the body. It is when awareness fills the body that we feel most connected, at home, and filled with being who we are. When that happens, you are sensitized to the messages your body is sending you, and it becomes easier to bypass or reduce stress. All we have to do is create a space to listen. The easiest way to create this listening space is through the breath. By consciously slowing the breath, we begin to activate the branches of our nervous system that process and mediate feelings of calm, safety, restoration, and contentment. Sensations that we actually feel in our bodies. Feeling safe, as we all have experienced, is not solely mental phenomenon. If we feel safe, the body relaxes, our breath calms, our heart rate steadies, and we feel warmth and security in our bodies. If we feel unsafe, on the other hand, our heart rate increases, our blood pressure rises, and we might feel tightness in the chest or an inability to think straight. Those are physical sensations. There are two branches of the nervous system that are responsible for this phenomenon. This is no new news, but there's a nugget in here. The parasympathetic nervous system is responsible for creating the physical conditions of safety. And the sympathetic nervous system mediates the opposite and also helps us move toward activity in the presence of a threat. These branches are in operation with every breath we take. The sympathetic nervous system is dominant when we inhale, and the parasympathetic nervous system is dominant when we exhale. Ideally, they balance each other out. However, when we have too much incoming information or when too many demands of the world weigh down on us, the sympathetic nervous system becomes overactivated and stays turned on, driving inflammation in the body. What can help? Elongated exhalations, which activate the parasympathetic nervous system. A simple practice to down-regulate the stress response is to consciously slow the breath to about 5 to 7 breaths per minute. Ordinarily, we breathe about 15 to 18 breaths per minute. So we're going to work on this. We're going to work on extending our exhalation. If you practice this breath every day, you will begin to build not only the new breathing habit itself, but also a habit of awareness. As this habit deepens, your mind will begin to develop a background trait of steady awareness that you can return to more and more easily when your mind gets overwhelmed. The changing thoughts, feelings, and emotions of the mind are its states, but the steady awareness that you build through breathing, yoga, or meditation is called a trait. The mind's traits, not its states, have the most impact on how we interact with other people and the world we live in. All right, so let's shimmy a little bit from side to side. So here, just pausing for a moment and anchoring yourself, grounding yourself. Press into your sits bones, engage your core. Focus on the root of your spine, your root chakra. This is our seat of safety and security. Next, take your awareness to your sacrum, seat of creativity. From there, the solar plexus. This is a seat of will, of our belief and confidence in our abilities to navigate our way. Next, we'll come up to the heart chakra, which is just above the sternum, this heart space, our seat of love and compassion. The fifth chakra, our ability to speak our truth, this is at the throat. The sixth chakra, the third eye, our intuition. And finally, the crown of the head, the seventh chakra, our connection to all that is, to everything, to everyone. And let's take a couple of cleansing breaths. Take a deep breath in with your mouth closed. Exhale, open the mouth and sigh. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, open the mouth and sigh. Let's take one more deep breath in. And exhale, sigh. All right, we'll wet the lips and take the tongue to the palate, the space behind the teeth. And work with the Ujjayi pranayama. One more breath like that. And then realign your spine. Just pause for a moment in that space. Asana, sitting with the breath. Now opening up your eyes, we're going to take our left hand, open it, take your right hand on top, right hand on top. So you're creating like a little bowl. Now your thumbs are going to press together. This is called the Dhyana Mudra. So we've got the left hand on the bottom, the right hand on top, lay it on top. Just let it soften a little bit and then press your thumbs together. And then let's pull this in toward our third chakra, the solar plexus below the sternum. All right. Let the tips of the shoulder blades draw together, eyes open or eyes closed. And we're going to work with this breath. We're going to begin by inhaling to the count of 4 and exhaling to the count of 4. So let's just take a cleansing breath. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, open the mouth and sigh. Now inhale, close the mouth, and let's breathe into the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just pause for a moment. Now we're going to extend the exhalation. So the exhalation connected to the parasympathetic nervous system. So let's take a deep breath in, mouth closed. Exhale, open the mouth side. Inhale to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale to the count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale to the count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On your own, inhale to the count of 4. And exhale to the count of 6. One more time, inhale to the count of 4. And exhale to the count of 6. And then pause. I'm going to share a quote. Find it. The body benefits from movement, and the mind benefits from stillness. The body benefits from movement, and the mind benefits from stillness. And then let's open up the eyes. Turn on my playlist if you're using it, May All Beings. And we're going to start in a crowd pleaser, frog pose. All right, so what you're going to do is take your mat and fold it over. So you can go to the side of your mat and just fold it over once your knees have some protection. I'm going to come forward, but you've got your mat rolled under. Now widen your knees, and you're going to slide the knees wide. Now take your feet, turn your inner ankles to the ground like a frog, and then bring your forearms down. Now from here, if this is too much, you could bring the toes of your feet together and come into tadpole pose if frog is painful or it's just too aggressive for you right now. You can bring your palms together, take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, fold your forehead toward your thumbs. Now we're going to extend our exhalation, and why? Because this taps us into the parasympathetic nervous system. So we inhale and exhale, but lengthen your exhalation. And we know that forward folding, we tap into the exhalation. So for me, if I can connect the dots, it helps us to understand the alchemy of the practice and why it heals. Let's take another breath like that. And then lift your head, press into the hands, and then pull your knees in. All right, and then from here, let me come back here. From here, we're just going to spin the legs around and stretch the legs out. All right, flex and point your feet a few times. Maybe some cleansing breath. Good. Now bend your left knee, and we're going to pick up the right foot and come into baby cradle. So here's a few ideas. You can take your arms underneath your calf muscle like this, palms to the ceiling. Right foot can come to the elbow crease and you can intertwine, or you can simply hold your right foot with your left hand. We just want to open up the joint, the hips, So we're gonna rock from side to side. Take the version of this that's best for you. All right, so we're just gonna rock a little bit from side to side. Make sure to cleanse out as much as you can. There's a lot we're holding on to, okay? And the hips are a place that we tend to hold on to. A lot of worries, fears, judgments. All right, now let's take the right foot in the right hand for a moment. Now take your left hand, hold the right foot. We're gonna keep the knee bent like this. Take your right hand over to the right and just kind of dive. And you're gonna roll around into like a little semicircle. This is for your glutes. We're also getting the inner thigh, the adductors here. Good. Now let's bring this leg down and stretch your legs out, flex and point your feet a few times. Feel good. Now let's go the other way. The right knee's gonna bend and we're gonna come into this baby cradle, and you can either step your left foot into your elbow crease, interlace and rock from side to side, or you can hold the foot with your left hand, that's right, or you can put your hands underneath your left calf like it's a tray. Let's just rock a bit from side to side. If you're sitting a lot, your hips are tight. All right, now we're gonna hold the left foot with the left hand, take your right hand, hold the left foot, take your left hand behind you and dive, and just kind of rock. Oops, got caught there. Just kind of rock a little bit from side to side. Okay, good. All right, and then let's stretch the legs out, flex and point the feet a few times. Good, now bend your knees. Let's bring the soles of the feet together and come into Baddha Konasana, Lotus Pose. Shimmy a little bit from side to side. All right, and then let's take the left hand, open it, bring your right hand on top, bring your thumbs together. We're gonna come back into this Dhyana Mudra. Shift a little bit from side to side, align your spine. And if this is uncomfortable, cross one ankle in front of the other and come into Sukhasana, sweet seat. Let's just bring the tongue to the palate, the space behind the teeth. And take a few Ujjayi breaths. Let's try to make that breath even and smooth. One more full inhale and exhale. And then releasing that. Stretch the legs out, and let's just take our hands on our inner thighs and roll them up to the ceiling, so that just kind of widens the groin. Sit up tall, let your arms reach up, and then take your left arm forward, right arm back. I'm just gonna wake up the upper back, lift the arms up, and then take the left arm forward, right arm back. Let's lift the arms up, right arm forward, left arm back, and then arms up, and then last time, left arm forward, right arm back. We'll come up, and then exhale, bring the arms down. Bend your knees, and let's come up to the top of our mat. Just give your arms and legs a little shake off. Just kind of shake that off. All right. Finding mountain pose. Feet closer together, wider apart, but we want to ground the four corners of the feet. Let's add the Padabandhas, the foot lock. Spread and lift your 10 toes, and then press down under the ball mounds of your big toes. And then we'll relax the toes down. Shift some weight to your inner heels. Lift the arches of your feet, engage your core, and we'll lift the arms up. And then the hands are gonna come in our back pockets. Draw the elbows together. Now, here, if it feels like you're a little congested, go a little wider with your feet, but reconnect your feet to the ground. Pull the navel in. Now we're gonna press the hips, the pelvis forward. Just opening up the hip flexors, and then come back. So press your hips forward, and then we'll come back. Last time, press the hips forward, draw the elbows together, open the chest. You can look forward or maybe look up. Urdhva standing back then. And then neutralize the spines. We'll bring the arms down, step into the right foot, find a focal point, and let's pick up the left leg and grab the ankle or the top of the foot. We're just opening up the quadricep here, holding on to the left foot. Stretching the left quad. And then bring the left foot down, pick up the right foot, and let's go the other way. Just open up. You can open the heart. And then we'll bring the left foot down. Reach the arms up, hinge from the hips, halfway down, Ardha Uttanasana. Or maybe all the way down, Uttanasana. See how it's feeling. Remember, exhalations are about letting go, and lengthening your exhalation will tap you into the parasympathetic nervous system. Good, inhale, monkey stretch. Fold to the ground, let's step way back with the left foot. Runner stretch for a moment, look up, lengthen through the crown of the head. So we need a balance of both, right? It's when we're in balance that we run into trouble. And then bring the left knee down and let the arms reach up. Bring the hands in your back pockets. Again, draw the elbows together. Stamp into the right heel. We're going to engage the core. Open up the heart, and let's take a back bend here. You can look forward or look up. Neutralize the spine, lift the arms up and touch the ground. And we'll pick up this left knee stretch, and then turn to the left. Take a couple breaths here. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Elbows coming down or arms straight. You can look up if you tend to get dizzy. Look down if that's available. You relax the neck. Tap into your breath. And then we'll press into the hands, and let's come into a twist. So keep the right hand on the ground, stretch and reach the left arm up. Bring the left hand down, and then let's reach the right arm up. Bring the right hand down, turn to the front of your mat, runner stretch. And then left hand to the ground, reach and stretch the right arm up. Bring the right hand down, step in, take a couple of extra breaths in your forward fold, and then let's rise up, palms touch, and exhale, hands to heart. We'll go the other way. Press down into the feet, reach the arms up, hinge from the hips, forward fold, lengthen monkey. Touch the ground and step the right foot straight back. We're going to press through the heel of our foot, lengthen through the crown of the head, lengthen your inhalation. So without using our breath, we're really not doing any asana. It means sitting with your breath. Bring your right knee down, lift the arms up, engage the core, and let's bring the hands in our back pockets, elbows draw together. Lengthen through the crown of the head, open the heart, and we'll take a back bend. Neutralize the spine, lift the arms up, touch the ground, pick up your back knee, and turn to the side. So you're going to go to right. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Notice the effects of a forward fold. Introspective, calming to the nervous system. Good, and then press into the ground, and we'll take the twist. Right hand to the ground, left arm reaches up. Left hand comes down, right arm lifts up. Right hand comes down, turn to the top of your mat. We'll roll off the back heel, right hand down, and then left arm reaching up, twist. And then left hand to the floor, step in with the right foot. Let's bring the hands to the hips and come up. Reach up, palms together, and exhale, hands to heart. From the front of the mat, Surya Namaskara, lift the arms up, fold toward the floor, lengthen monkey, top of a push-up plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana, bend your knees or lower straight down. And let's come into our back bend, cobra, high cobra, up dog. And then over the toes into down dog. Let's stay for a couple breaths. Remember here, this is a forward fold, and we lengthen our exhalation. Look to the top of the mat, lift the heels, bend the knees, step or hop in. Monkey stretch, fold forward and rise up, palms touch, and exhale, hands to heart. Listen to the feet, reach up, exhale, fold forward. Lengthen monkey, plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up and over the toes into down dog. We'll stay and breathe. Look to the top of the mat. We'll bend the knees and step or hop in. Monkey stretch. Fold forward and rise up. Palms touch and exhale, hands to heart. Press into the feet, reach up. Exhale. Hinge from the hips, forward fold. Lengthen monkey. Now here we're going to touch the ground or use a couple of blocks and come into standing split. So stretch through the left foot, the crown of the head toward the floor. Bend the right knee and tuck it in tight, little crouching curl. Hands could stay down or you could float your hands or bring your hands to prayer. Touch the ground, let's take standing splits. Bend the knee, low crouching curl. One more time, touch the ground, standing splits. Bend the knee, low crouching curl. Touch the ground, and we're gonna step the left foot straight back. And lift up into high lunge. Hug your outer hip muscles in. Pull the navel in toward the spine. Bring the palms to touch, hands to the heart. Left elbow to the right thigh, taking this twisted high lunge. Your left knee could be on the ground. If you want more, pick up your left foot and step your left foot back. Inhale, pick it up and then step back. Maybe one more time, pick it up and step back. Lift the arms up, high lunge. Spin your left foot flat, warrior two, and gaze over the right middle finger. Catch your breath. And then reverse the warrior. Open the arms out. Straighten the right leg, stretch to the right, triangle pose. You can go all the way down. You can use your block. Lengthen your exhalation. Bend the right knee. Warrior two. Reverse the warrior. Open the arms out, straighten the right leg, lateral stretch to the right. Exhale, triangle pose. And we'll rise up and bend the right knee. Windmill down, touch the floor. Roll off of your left heel, let's step into plank and add or subtract your vinyasa. And breathe. Look to the top of the mat, step or float. Monkey stretch, fold forward. Rise up, palms touch, and exhale, hands to heart. Let's go the other way. Reach the arms up, fold forward. Just fold for a couple breaths. Lengthen monkey. Touch the ground, standing split. Sweep the right leg up. Bring your forehead toward your left shin. Now look up, bend the left knee. Low crouching curl. Maybe float your hands or come into prayer. Touch the ground, standing splits. Bend the left knee, hover and hug in. One more time, hands to the ground, standing split. Bend the knee, hover and float. Touch the ground, we're gonna stretch the right leg up and look up. Walk your hands back and step through to high lunge, or we'll start in runner's lunge. Catch your breath and walk up to your left thigh. Lift up, high lunge. Bring your palms together, hands to the heart, taking a twist. Right knee could come down. If you want more, inhale, pick up the right foot, and exhale, step back. Inhale up, exhale down. This is hard. One more time, inhale up, exhale down. Lift up, high lunge. Let's spin the right foot flat, warrior two, catch your breath. Reverse the warrior. Inhale, Exhale. Straighten the left leg, lateral stretch. Triangle pose. Rise up and bend the left knee. Reverse the warrior. Open the arms out. Straighten the left leg. Triangle pose. And rise up, bend the left knee. Windmill around your left foot. We're going to close this off. Off the right heel, step in. Let's catch our breath for a moment. And rise up. Palms touch. And exhale. Hands to heart. All right. So we're going to come into a combination of standing one leg balances. We're going to start with King Dancer. So find a focal point. Hug your hips in. Bend your right knee and grab your right ankle. Draw the tips of the shoulder blades together. Now we're going to combine this with Tree and Warrior 3. So let's just take the more classic King Dancer. Lift the left arm up. Pull the navel in. Lift your right heel up. And then bring the left hand to the hip. Let go of your right foot. Come into Tree Pose. You can tap your foot high or low. And lift the arms up. Keep focusing. Breathing. Now hands to the heart, pull the knee forward. Pick up your right foot, Warrior 3. You're gonna extend your right leg straight back. And then maybe reach the arms forwards. Losing my balance. And then step in. Bring your palms together, hands to the heart. Shake that all off. All right, let's take the other side. So focus, engage, ribs down, navel in, pelvic floor lifts, elbows draw back. Left foot's gonna lift, use your whole right foot, Adho Bandha. And then we're gonna grab the ankle. Engage the core, lift the right arm up. Lift the left heel up and open the heart. Bring the right hand down. We'll step into Tree Pose, high or low. Concentrate and breathe. Then bring your hands to your heart. Pull the knee forward, lift your foot up, and extend the heel back. And reach out. And then step down. Palms touch, hands to the heart. All right, let's grab a sip of water. When I sequence the practices, I'm trying to have us cross-train, not just open up things the same way every time. We also want to, it's like a moving meditation, and we want to use our awareness to flow as best we can. So let's come to the top of our mat, and we're going to take a round of Sun Salutation B. That's where we interweave Warrior 1, all right? So meet me at the top of your mat. Let your shoulders draw down and just catch your breath for a moment. Find a couple of cleansing breaths. Deep breath in with the mouth closed. Exhale, open the mouth and sigh. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale and sigh. One more time, deep breath in. And exhale, sigh. Lift the arms up. Now we begin with the chair pose. Bend both knees, chair. Straighten the legs, mountain. Exhale, fold, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Open the hands, top of a push-up plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana, your version. Come into down dog. Let's hold here for a few moments and check in. And now swing the right leg up, three-legged dog. Pull the knee and step through with the right foot, Warrior 1. Left foot spins flat, Perhaps you widen the right leg, reach the arms up, engage the core. Your inhale, lengthening. Touch the ground. Roll out your left heel, use the side, add or subtract your vinyasa. You can meet us in down dog. All right, step into the right foot, left foot lifts, pull the knee to center, step through. Warrior one. Touch the ground. Roll off the right heel, step in, bend both knees, chair. And then straighten the legs. All right, let's do the other side. Lift the arms up, chair. Straighten the legs, fold forward. Lengthen monkey. Open the hands, plank pose. You can step into down dog. Step into the right foot, left foot lifts. Pull the knee in, step through. Spin the right foot flat, warrior one. Touch the ground. Roll off the right foot, step into plank, vinyasa or meet us in down dog. All good. Step into the left foot, right leg lifts. Pull the knee to center, step through. Spin the left foot flat, Virabhadrasana one. Touch the ground. Roll off the left foot, we're gonna step in. Bend both knees, chair. Straighten the legs, palms touch. And exhale, hands to heart, mountain. All right. From here, we'll come to the top of our mat and just take a couple breaths and check in. Very dynamic, a lot of movement, a lot of breath. Let's catch your breath. We'll reach the arms up and grab the left wrist, lengthen, side bend to the right. Come back to center, separate the hand, grab the right wrist, side bend to the left. Come back to center, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Let's focus on a few long exhalations. Bend the knees, slide the hands back and step your left foot way back, straight leg runner's lunge. Bring your left knee down into a deep hip flexor stretch or shorten your pose. Uncurl the toes. We're going to lift up into a back bend, engage the core and take a back bend. Touch the ground. Sneak your left knee forward a little bit. We're going to pick up our left foot and hold it with our left hand. Take your right hand, grab your left big toe. Reach your left arm up, take the left hand to the ground and turn your right foot on a slight angle. We'll take this twisted kneeling quadricep stretch. You could add a low lunge twist if this is not your practice. All right, now we're gonna let go of this left foot. Bring the right foot to the left side of your mat. Ekapada Raja Kapotasana, this forward fold, this forward folding pigeon. Or take a different pigeon. You could take a seated pigeon or a pigeon on your back or comfy pigeon if you have any props for that. A block bolster. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Let's dive in here. These long exhalations, these forward folds, they're tapping into the parasympathetic nervous system. This is where we can rest and relax, recover, and process. And step out of fight or flight. Good, let's press into the hands. And we're gonna curl the back toes, lift the knee, step into down dog and just hold for a couple breaths. Swing the left leg up and we're gonna pull the knee in, step through with the left foot and bring this right knee down into a hip flexor stretch here on this other side. All right, we're actually coming into a back bend. So you can turn that up. Want to activate your core, hug your hip muscles and lift the arms up in a back bend. Neutralize the spine. Touch the ground and just shimmy this right knee forward a little bit so we can take this kneeling quadricep stretch. We're gonna bring the right hand around and grab the foot, the right hand. Now the left hand's gonna grab the right big toe. Straighten the right arm up, touch the ground. Use the block, left foot turning on a slight angle, and we're gonna take this twisted quadricep stretch, this kneeling version. Good, now look down, release your foot. Bring your left foot to the middle of your mat, keep walking. You can make this left leg parallel or bend your knee more. Hug your hip muscles in, support your left glute. If you're not grounded or your knee feels like it's painful, lengthen the crown of the head and then fold. Let's breathe deep here. Another couple of breaths. Take a long inhale and a longer exhale. And then lift the head. We're going to transition into down dog if that feels available. You could take a child's pose if you need a child's pose, of course. Look up, lift your heels, step or float. Forward monkey stretch. Fold forward, rise up, reach up. Grab the left wrist, lengthen, side bend to the right. Come back to center, separate the hands, reach up, grab the right wrist, side bend to the left. Come back to center and palms at your heart center. All right. We have to get to all 5 planes of motion of the body, so we're weaving in all these 5 planes of motion of the body. That brings us to balance and harmony too. All right, so we're gonna take one more standing sequence before we head down. So let's come to the front of our mat, bring your left hand underneath your right, and create a little bowl, take your thumbs together, come into this Meiyan Mudra, and just check in, stand tall. Use your breath. Let's take another moment with our breath. And then release the hands, reach the arms up. Hinge from the hips, forward fold. Lengthen monkey. We're going to touch the ground, standing splits again. So lift your leg up, and here maybe play with a little balance. Look up and grab the back of your right ankle. Maybe you can hold the ankle with both of your hands. And touch the ground, step back with your left foot and lift the arms up, high lunge, reach up. We're going to take a twist, hands to the heart, left elbow to the right thigh. Reach the arms up and spin the left foot flat, warrior 2. Open up the right palm, reverse the warrior. Open the arms out, half moon pose, left hand to your hip. Right hand coming about 10 or 12 inches forward to the right. Ardha Chandrasana. Left hand to the ground. Now roll the inner left leg to the ceiling. Let's take Quadricep Ardha Chandrasana. Left hand on the ground or block. Right thumb to your hip crease. Stretch the right arm up. Take your deep turn. Bring the right hand down. Step the left foot down. Reach up, palms touch. And exhale, hands to heart. All right, we're gonna go the other way. Reach the arms up. Fold forward. Lengthen monkey. Touch the ground. Now the right hand lifts up, standing splits. Stay here or play with the balance. Touch the ground, step back. Engage your core. Let's lift up, high lunge. Hands to the heart, right elbow to the left thigh. Take your time. Lift the arms up, spin the right foot flat, warrior 2. Reverse the warrior. Open the arms out. Half moon pose. Right hand to the hip. Walk your left hand forward and let's come into your, Ardha Chandrasana. Bring the right hand down, roll the inner thigh to the ceiling. We'll reach to Ardha Chandrasana. Right hand down, left thumb to your hip. Extend to the left arm, take your twist. Left hand down, right foot down. Let's bend the knees, chair. Bring your hands to your heart. Focus, lift your heels. And we'll come into a toe stand. Let's catch your breath for a moment. Take the left elbow to the right thigh. If you want to take a twisted crow, you could. Bring your hands back to the center. Let's take the twist in the other direction. And again, if you're working, if you want to take a twisted crow, add that in. We'll come back to center. And then bring your glutes down. Keep your palms together. Lift your feet up. Engage your core and let's lift the legs up and we'll come into Navasana. Extend through the fingertips. Engage your core and breathe. And then let your hands come to your thighs. We're gonna put the feet down. Let's just wrap the arms around our knees. Inhale, lengthen and exhale, fold. Lengthen your exhalation. Good, and then let's let the head lift. And from here, we're going to extend our right leg and bend the left knee back and take a half hero's pose. Okay, so sit up tall, let your shoulders relax. If this isn't available, take a half tree. Or you can extend your leg back. We'll bend the right knee, hold on to the right foot and take a heron pose. Take your left hand to your right edge of your foot and let's reach the right arm back behind us. Bring the right hand around, hold the foot, and bring the right leg down. Shift to the right, we're gonna pull this left leg out, flex and point our feet. Shift to the left, bend the right knee. Sit up in the middle, line the spine. Bend your left knee, hold on to your foot. Extend, you can be in tree pose or the right leg can extend, right? It's all good. Right hand to the outside edge of the left foot, extend the left arm back. Let's come back around and bring the leg down. Good. Shift the right leg out, flex and point your feet. You might have noticed we did quite a lot of quadricep stretch opening, hamstring, hips as always, but quads, we actually worked quite a bit. Now, you can either add a bridge pose, or if you like the full hero, we'll add that. You don't have to do it. If it's in your practice, you can bend both knees. You can take a bridge pose instead. Make it a bound bridge. That would feel nice, probably. Right, if you're with me, your knees should not be popping off the ground, and it should not feel painful. You can walk your hands back and just stretch open your hip creases again. That might be plenty, or you could do one side at a time. If it's available, come onto your elbows. Again, might be enough. If it's in your practice to take your head down, you can take the head down, but not at the expense of your knees, right? Focus on a longer, stronger inhalation and back bends. Let's stay for a couple more moments here. And then we'll begin to slowly release, lift your chest, press down. Let's come forward and we can all meet in tabletop for a moment. Let's just patter the feet. Good. And then walk your knees towards your wrist and let's sit on one hip or the other. We're gonna stretch the legs out. Good. Now coming back to that baby cradle, let's bend the left knee, pick up your right foot, and you can take your hands underneath or take that cradle pose and just rock. All right, now, if you feel pretty open, we're gonna take Lotus Pose, possibly. You can instead put your right ankle in front of your left ankle. You can take your hands like that, you're holding like a tray, and then just pull this, draw this heel into your hip crease. Now your knee comes down, it doesn't ride back up. Just hold that for a moment. Now you're not all going to be up for a Lotus Pose. I'm just suggesting this if you feel open for it. All right, now we'll lift that up and bring that leg down. Let's go the other way. So baby cradle. So with some of those other hip openers are elusive, then Lotus isn't probably in your practice, right? So you just do it fast, there's no pressure. Right, now we can bring this ankle down, or we can just guide this heel up into our hip crease and let that point down. And just breathe. Let's uncross that and just flex and point your feet. All right, so here's some ideas. We'll either take Lotus, or you could take Baddha Konasana, or you could take Sukhasana, cross-legged, right? So we're gonna take a moment or two and sit in meditation. Lotus is considered the most ideal posture for meditation if it's in your practice, right? So you decide. If you're with me, I'm gonna pick up my right foot, I'm holding my calf and my heel, pointing my kneecap down as I pull it up into my hip crease on the left side. I lean to the left and pick up my left foot and cross. I feel comfortable here and I feel no pressure in my knees. I feel at ease. Align your spine. So wherever you're working, Baddha or Cobbler's Pose or Sukhasana, align your spine in a straight line. Let's come back to this Dhyana Mudra. Left hand on the bottom, right hand on top, thumbs pressing together. We'll take a couple of cleansing breaths. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, open the mouth and sigh. We'll take a deep breath in. And exhale, sigh. All right, let's realign the spine, engage the core. You can let your breath be the focus of your concentration. That's called dharana, concentration. So in classical yoga, we prepare for meditation with our asana practice. And asana means sitting with the breath. Let's just stay for a couple more moments here. And then releasing your hands. Let's come out of this seated position. If we were in Lotus, we'll just gently take our legs and uncross them. And then flex and point your feet. From here, we'll come onto our mat and lie down. So lie down softly, slowly. Let's take another moment or two here. And then let your feet pick up and we'll hug the knees in, press the back down, rocking side to side. Squeeze the legs together and we'll drop the knees over to the left. So we're just gonna add a spinal twist to decompress the spine, to balance out the forward folding and the back bending. Let's pull the knees to center and rock a little side to side. Squeeze the legs together and drop your knees in the opposite direction. And then pull the knees in and we'll rock a little side to side. And then touch the feet to the ground. And we'll transition to Shavasana. Stretch your legs out and rest here. In the practice of yoga and meditation, we begin to consciously create a narrative shift, moving from a localized story revolving around me and expanding our circle of awareness to a sense of we. We are all in this world happening together at the same time. When we live from this place where problem solving and understanding are our prevailing mental traits, we diminish stress, anxiety, and conflict. This is what yoga is for. It is a journey of fully connecting with our own hearts, where the sense of the sacred is felt. We experience meaning and purpose, and we recognize that every other being does too. And so we feel deeply that all other beings and all other bodies are sacred, because they exist to fulfill their own meaning and purpose just as we do our own. The ability to live at this level can seem far off, but it's not. It starts with one simple thing, and that is the breath. All we need to do is extend our exhalations just a little, and we extend ourselves into the sacred space of our inner world, fully connected, whole, complete, and loving. So very slowly, gradually connecting to your body and your breath. Let's give ourselves an embrace and rock a little bit from side to side. And we'll rock up and come back to Sukhasana, sweet seat. Let's come back together for a moment. Shimmy a little from side to side. Bring your palms together in front of your heart center. Align your spine in a straight line. Anchor your sits bones down from the base of your spine to the crown of your head. Connecting to all the chakras along the spine. Through the crown of the head. I'll come back to this quote from the beginning. The body benefits from movement and the mind benefits from stillness. Let's let the fingertips come to the forehead and we can bow to one another to say namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. All right, I'll let Susan. Thank you guys. Julie, so good to see you. Dar, everyone.